Hello, hello, Facebook. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you be watching me from. It's Agatha once again, all the way from Bonn, Germany. And I'll be with you today again with a chat series. And today I have a very special guest, all the way from Scotland. Um, Her story is so inspiring, and I don't want to share her story for you. I don't want to share her story for her rather. So I'll give her the space to tell you about herself. But for 4 years and I think plus, she's been in the network marketing space, and that's how she came online for the first time. And she's finally finding success with this beautiful platform that we're on. And she's here today to share her story, to share her wins. I've been with her personally, we've worked together. I've spoken to her personally. She's a very beautiful, nice, human being, and you don't want to miss the gist in her story. So please welcome with me today, Nicola Thomson, all the way from Scotland. Nicola, you're so welcome. I'm so honored that you actually, agreed to share your story with us, because a lot of people out there, are actually really struggling with business. And on the average, this is research, over 97% of those online are actually failing. And you don't want to be part of the 97%. You want to find a way to work your way up to the 3% who are actually, making it in this industry. And finding a platform that allows you to position yourself right there, it's actually golden. And that's why, I've been having this series, sharing people's thoughts, people's ideas, people's opinions, and their successes most especially, and how they have been succeeding with this platform. So Nikki, over to you right now. So
You.
share with us what brought you online, how your journey has been, and how you found the space.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Agatha. It's lovely to be here with you. So, yes, like Agatha said, I am Nicola. I am a Glasgow girl, lived in Scotland my whole life, obviously. I am a mum of three, stay at home. I've been stay at home for quite a few years, and going back, like Agatha said, 4 years ago or so, I found myself in the online space, kind of not on purpose, not on purpose. A family member was working online. I'd seen them suddenly appearing on Facebook, and they just seemed happy. They just seemed to be happy. So I wanted to know what they were doing, but not really the company or anything they were working with, just what they were doing that was getting them out there again, because it was even as a family member, I hadn't seen much of them. So that kind of brought me into it. And to be honest, I came into the online space at a time when I really needed something. I needed something to focus on. I was going through a difficult period in life. I'm not a person who deals well with negativity, so I needed something positive to fill the spaces in between what I was going through. And I found that that really worked. So even though I was happy online, I was able to recreate myself, really, to bring my personality back, to recreate my identity again. I really was struggling when it came to the business side of it, because to me it didn't seem like a business that I had. I was struggling. And something that Agatha said there that is super clear to me now, where I was struggling, is positioning yourself. It's a very important word, that positioning. Finding where you should be and how it fits in with you is vital. And I didn't have that. I was winging my way through things without clarity, and I really wasn't in anywhere near heading towards that 3% that Agatha's talking about. So it is difficult when you don't know where you're going. It's difficult to succeed. You can have all the will to do it, but if you don't know what you're doing or how you're doing or why you're doing these things, it's very difficult. So that was my original feeling of being in an online space. Personally, I loved it. I didn't feel I was succeeding with it. So I was so glad when I found this platform.
Awesome, awesome. And the thing is, when you get to know that this is where you are, I think is the first step to success. Because the problem is that a lot of people don't even know that they are falling into the category of the 97%. And until your eyes get open to that part, you cannot really begin to fight for success. I'm so happy that once you had to really take that step forward to know that, okay, this is something that you really need and this is something you must fight for. So thank you for sharing that part of you, with us. And so far, I want to ask you. I know you've shared this that the journey was not so smooth. You had to look for. You were really in need of a positive environment, and that was a huge need. A lot of people also struggle with that. You just find yourself in opportunities that nobody cares for you after you've been sponsored, and we all have a lot that we're coming with. We don't want to continue that where we are. We want a place that gives us, some form of safety. You understand? And I'm happy you actually, were able to find that. So back to this platform that we're talking about. So what led you into this educational platform?
It was presented to me by a close friend who I dearly trust, knows me very well, and knew what I was looking for. They knew how I was struggling, how I was feeling, because we shared similar feelings on where we just weren't feeling fulfilled in what we were doing. So she brought it to me, and it took me minutes, not of even looking at the opportunity, but just seeing what it had changed for her personally. That was all I needed to see. Then I done my due diligence. I had to look at it, and it ticked a lot of boxes for what I was looking for. So that's how it came to me. It was just presented by someone that I trusted in the first place, and it was brought to me with the education, because
Mm.
that's what I was lacking. That's what I was saying there. If you don't know what or how or why you're doing something, you're really just getting busy doing nothing. And that's where I had been for all those years. So I needed something that was going to give me the education to get me to where I wanted to go.
I love that. I love that. And the truth is that when you get to that point where you realize that, look, I need knowledge, then a lot changes. I was at a very low point as well, sometime in 2020. I mean, in the beginning of 2020. So 2019, I was going through that, period. And at some point, I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. I needed something to change. And that was what brought me into the personal development space in 2020. And when I also found the space, it was the best thing. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this existed. Where were you all the while? You know, and it was also, presented by someone I I knew, actually by other people. And when I just decided to take a look, I found someone I had known for like 16 years in there. And I just picked up my phone and I gave her a call. And right on that call, we didn't even finish the call when I signed up. You know?
Yeah,
And
that's exactly how it was. It just takes that little light switch from
yeah,
someone when you know what you're looking for and
yes,
someone says that without you
yeah,
prompting them, then you know it's the right thing to do. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. Because it was like, this is you and I, we've been looking for something like this. So for you to find this kind of thing and you're in it, I'm in it too. And I had no regrets. I've not regretted in one bit. So yeah, coming back to this, how has it been with this platform? It smiles on your face, so I know that it's been a good ride. But let's hear from you.
honestly, I've got like cheekbones of steel now because you just can't help. And it's a kind of tagline that I use a lot when I talk about how I feel about it. It does
Mhm.
make me smile in the online space now,
Yeah,
because it's been I started with this platform in November.
yeah.
So it's relatively short, but what it's done in that short space of time has overtaken everything I'd worked so hard for in those 4 years. So I'm
Mm,
already way further progressed than I was in such a short space of time. But the real joy for me is knowing now that I'm doing the right things, knowing that I'm not being busy. I'm actually now working in a structured manner where it's getting results, and it's changing how everything works. So
I love.
it's really me the what it does for just your mind, and knowing that you're properly running a business now and you're not just winging way through things, and you can see the results coming. That's yeah, that's just been so changing in lots of ways.
I mean, I love that. And that's been the experience of a lot of people with this program and this platform. I mean, getting to know that you're not just being busy, but you're being productive. That
Yeah.
alone is life changing.
Mhm.
And you now know what to do to move from point A to point B. I'm the kind of person, I love my papers. I love writing my stuff down. And I want to know what I'm doing at 6 o'clock. I want to know what I'm doing at 7. And having to, get such an organized step by step blueprint to follow, it's gold. It's something you really don't get anywhere. And the beauty of this is that you can just, pick up the knowledge, apply to any kind of business that you own. So it's not really restricted to a kind of business or restricted to this opportunity. No. You kind of like pick it up, apply it to anything that you do. For me, that's alone was a gold mine. And I was like, I'm happy I came here. I'm happy I came here. So, the next question I'm going to be asking you: what kind of support do you receive from the space? And some of these questions stem out of the fact that a lot of people think that when they jump on, they're just going to be left alone. Like every other opportunity that they've been through, it's not their fault. It's just what they've experienced. So, could you please just shed more light on that?
Of course I can. And obviously, with me coming from a network marketing background, I'll be honest, that's what I expected because that was the norm.
Mm.
So I thought, it's just going to be a case of you sign up and you're left to get on your merry way, and you're just, you're there and you're left to yourself. You are not. The support in the community is incredible. Community's bashed around a lot, but this truly, truly is a community. I've got support from all over the world,
Yeah.
not just people on my Facebook that I've known. People from all over the world now cheer me on, and they support if I need the support, and likewise I help them with guidance if they need the guidance. And it's true, and it's at your fingertips, and it's daily if you need it daily, but we support each other and we make proper friendships. You get to know people,
Yeah.
which is just lovely, and it's getting to know people on a personal level. It's not just all business, so you actually do make friendships as well. But the support that we get from the actual owner as well of the platform, that's unheard of. That's unheard of to have
Yeah.
access, not unlimited access, because that's not right. But if you need to speak to them, they're available to you.
Yeah.
I've never known it. Never known it. I've met the owner of the networking company that I was with, but could I say I had a relationship with them and they knew things about me and they understand where I was coming from and where I was trying to go? No, no, they didn't, because I was just another number. But here,
Mm.
everyone, absolutely everyone, whether they started 6 months ago or started yesterday, they want you to succeed and they
Yeah.
want help to succeed, and we give that, and it's like nothing I've ever known before. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's incredible. And I also, coming from a network marketing background as well, I knew that it was going to be something like this too. I mean, that was the expectation of about 90% of everyone that jumped on board, only to get in here and be wowed by the support that you get. And for me, I didn't have the opportunity to even know the owner of all the that I was in. So getting for you to even know the owner of your network marketing program, I mean, I would say you're lucky, so to speak. So I didn't even know. And they didn't know I was existing. Even, some of my team leaders, they didn't even know I was existing. So even when I fell out, nobody knew that. Nobody knew I was, drowning. Nobody knew I was down there. Nobody knew I had a dream that I wanted to accomplish and I couldn't get it. It wasn't anybody's problem. It was, like you said, I was another number.
yeah,
And here, from day one, it was so different. It was so different. And, for the owner of the platform to actually even know some people by name. Can you beat that? Even
yeah.
know some people by name. That was like that blew me away. And the opportunity to be able to ask any question, talk to anybody, any of the coaches, no matter how silly your question would be in quotes, everybody was willing to answer you.
That's
And
right.
for me, that was more than a catch because you don't get that anywhere. Even if you're in a program, I've been in programs that when you want, you can come in at $200 or whatever it is that they charge. But when you want one-on-one mentorship or one-on-one support, you pay as high as 3,000
Yeah,
just to get that. And it's gonna be on one tiny little aspect. It has nothing to do with your life. It has nothing to do with your goals. It has nothing to do with whatever you want to do or what you want to be. It's just strictly, to that aspect that they're going to look into with you. And for me, I was like, oh God, this is where I am. This is where I am. So yeah, Nikki, my last question would be, I know that you had your network business. Has this opportunity, this educational platform, has it helped you to build this business? And if yes, how has it? Because a lot of people feel that, they are already in their programs or in their businesses and they love it there. No problems. And they feel that when you tell them to come get this knowledge, you want to take them out of where they are. So could
No.
you please, shed more light on how this has helped you in your other businesses?
Of course, this platform is not network marketing. It's not MLM, so therefore it does not conflict at all. And what we've both spoken about, this is the education that you get. It's the education on how to build your business through branding yourself, through being yourself, so that no matter what it is that you do online, you'll have the knowledge of how to do it properly and professionally. And that knowledge doesn't disappear after a month or a year. You have lifelong skills that you will build to take you through any business,
Yeah.
even if you want to do numbers of businesses. It's learning the basics from the basics all the way to the more professional skills of how to run a successful business online. Doesn't mean you have to leave the company you're with. It just is a way of teaching you how to get the most out of your time and how you conduct yourself and how you do things to then increase what you're doing with your business. So you don't, I understand that. I have heard that people think that you have to leave what they're doing. No, and it doesn't change how they do what they're doing. They can still do that. It just changes how they present themselves online, and to present yourself as a leader and someone that understands the workings of an online business. Because most people, I know certainly me, when I started working in the online space, I had no idea of how it
Mm,
works. I'd heard the
mm,
word algorithm. I'd never heard of funnels or anything like that, and it would have scared me witless. So it's learning these things at your pace, like you said, Agatha, to apply and learn.
mm.
And it gives you a strong business. No matter what it is, it will build you a strong business.
Yeah.
Mm,
I mean, that was it. A lot of people, they feel that you want them to leave their businesses, and the thing I tell them is, once I know, I kind of like liken this to like a thriving marriage or a thriving relationship. And when I get to know that, yeah, you have a great relationship going on, it's not my wish to take you out of your relationship. I'm not interested in telling you to leave your husband and come get a new one. No, all I'm saying is, look, I've got a great book, I've got a great video, I've got a great training on how to bloom and make your relationship better. And once you accept it, of course you will. It's
yeah,
just common sense. And for those who still have their doubts, I really don't blame them, but I just want you to, come down from that horse and try as much as possible to take away the shades and the blinds and see what is presented to you, because sometimes we need to really get out of our way. We need to get out of ourselves to be able to see what is presented to us. A lot of people have different things that has blinded them from seeing what they need to see and taking advantage of what they need to take advantage.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Nikki. I'm super excited and thankful that you were able to share your thoughts. And I would like to request if you have any advice for people who are online, those who are just starting and those who have been online for a while, those who are struggling. What advice would you have for them?
The advice I would give is whether you're brand new or whether you're experienced in the online, like I say, I was 4 years in the online space, but I knew something was missing. The reason I didn't know what it was, but I just knew I wasn't being fulfilled to how I would like to have been. If you have that feeling at all,
Mm,
trust me, it's likely education that you need. It's likely a piece of knowledge. It's not a new shiny company. It's not cheating. It's just finding that missing puzzle piece that in
yeah,
your mind creates the person you want to become. It's
Yeah.
most likely even about your business. It's about the person you don't feel that you're capable of being yet. So don't be scared of it. Never be scared to learn something. Never be scared to think there might be a better way of doing things for you, because at times we think we know everything, and until one piece of information we didn't know arrives, then we realise we don't. So just be willing to learn, to learn new ways, to build new habits, and then watch what it does for yourself and for your business. But yeah, that's what I would say. I would say be willing to learn.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicola, for taking our time to join us this evening. I'm super thankful, and thank you everyone that joined us live, and everyone that's going to be watching us, later or watching it as a replay. Thank you so much for also stopping by. And until I come your way next time, next week, have a really good time and a really good week. And I wish you all the success. If you would like more information, get back to me, get back to Nicola, and we would be super excited to put you through or to share more information with you. And until then, bye, guys.
Bye.